I was born in exile, wanted by no one, belonging nowhere. My life has been a quest to belong while owning some sense of dignity and respect, and in belonging to somehow find meaning. So I have consistently interrogated my own identity and the environment that shaped it. However, today, in this American moment, I am lost and alas, still in exile. I didn't know that the world I was coming into was what it was. Some say that we choose the lifetimes that we will lead. I don't know. It's complicated. I would have chosen a world without religion or divisions of race or gender or sexual orientation or class. I would have chosen a world where we could be with who we wanted to be with physically and spiritually without societal taboos. Instead, I found a world where we walk in lockstep, behaving according to societal norms and entirely afraid to disrupt the status quo. We are a nation and a world of cowards. Enter Donald Trump. He knew that we were a nation of cowards. So it was very easy for him to bully his way to the presidency of the United States and to tromp all over civility on the way there. We were so married to the rules of decorum that we couldn't realize when an enemy of the people was truly among us. Our collective marriage to etiquette killed America. Marginalized and disenfranchised populations always knew that the only way to be heard was to make noise, to live out loud, to disrupt. If African Americans were loyal to the rules of civility, we'd still be slaves today. Harriet Tubman helped overturn the apple cart when she ushered enslaved Africans from lands of bondage in the southern US to lands of freedom in the north. Martin Luther King Jr. helped lead a revolution during the civil rights movement. The Black Panther Party figured out that white folks only respected the bullet and the fear of death, so they donned black berets, black leather jackets, and shotguns to storm major metropolises throughout this country while administering self-help within ghettoized communities. That is the America that I entered. I was born in 1963. I was raised in a cauldron of fire and shaped by JFK, MLK, RFK, Lyndon Johnson, West Philadelphia, the Black Panther Party, nightly Vietnam telecasts, the Black Church, the Beatles, the Stones, Motown, the Weather Underground, Jesse Jackson, hippies, yippies, the Nation of Islam, the 60s, the 70s, the KKK, the Brady Bunch, White Citizens Councils, Vernon Jordan, Arts and Culture Immersion, the Partridge Family, James Baldwin, Richard Wright, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stokely Carmichael, Howard University, Run DMC, Stevie Wonder, Watergate, presidential resignation and assassinations, and so it goes. But most importantly, I was shaped inside of a nation dedicated to white supremacy. In Mayor Frank Rizzo's Philadelphia, a black man-child knew that being stopped and frisked on the street by the Philadelphia police was de rigueur. Being called a nigger by Philly's finest or in just walking down the street by a passing car full of white boys was just a way of telling you your unspoken name. Being followed by white merchants all around a store for fear that you were going to steal something was to be expected, while across the aisle, well-dressed white women who no one paid any negative attention to stuffed their purses with as much merchandise as they could get away with. It didn't matter, because my presence was undesired. My presence was castigated. My presence was a nuisance. My presence was criminal. I was regarded as a public enemy. In the words of Chuck D, the minute they see me, fear me, I'm the epitome, a public enemy. So the everyday stress of just being a person in a place that is clearly inconvenienced by my existence is almost impossible to articulate to a majority culture that not only is in denial that this reality exists, but creates laws and a cultural climate that elect a president of the United States who is hell-bent on diminishing people of color. Trump calls Mexicans rapists and criminals while calling for the dividing of families and mass deportations. Trump says that African Americans who don't stand for the national anthem should be deported for exercising their First Amendment rights. At the same time, Trump calls countries that house people of color shitholes and praises Norway and Norwegian people along with their aesthetics as the beauty ideal in the United States of America. Every single day, there is a new outrage articulated by this gangster of a con man that further minimalizes and marginalizes the existence of people of color. Women are clearly reduced to handmaids or sexual receptacles in Trump's America, which is probably one reason that The Handmaid's Tale is so popular on television at this moment. We should all find ourselves natural allies, or as a friend of mine says, accomplices. Accomplices in dismantling our disenfranchisement. I fear that we are not ready. Whiteness is so insidiously poisonous and seductive that I fear the entitlement that comes with it come election time may once again be more alluring to white people than rectifying the state of their actual marginalization. We have seen in study after study that many people vote for their aspirations, not for where they are in the present moment. In short, we live in a nation where everyone thinks they're just a step away from winning the lottery. So many folks vote as if they actually have, helping to further marginalize their own existence. We all have a vested interest in ending the present socio-political state of affairs. I believe we were headed in a progressive, positive direction in this country with the election of Obama, but we have slipped. And it will take all of us united to bring down this criminal enterprise that currently has a stranglehold on our government. I want to feel as if I can live in my own skin, in my own country, and I'm afraid that this ship has sailed. So I find myself floating in a purgatory of resistance. The sad thing is, I've been in that state since the day I was born.